What's that, dispatch? A loose dog in the city of Greeley? I'm en route. Log number 6.
Hi, I'm Paul with Greeley Animal Control. Just want to let you guys know a little bit about what we do and what we're all about. So there's 4 of us animal control officers, and Ciabra, you're honorary with us. So we control the city of Greeley in its limits. We also help out in Evans and other jurisdictions if they need help. We cover the entire week, so if it's on Saturday or Sunday, we are available to help. And sorry, I'm out of breath. So we cover the entire week from Monday through Sunday. So if you have a call about a barking dog, loose dogs, any kind of animal call, feel free to give us a call at 970-350-9600. So we cover mostly dogs and cats, but we also do a little bit of wildlife. But it all just kind of depends on what there is, what's going on in the city there. So for dogs and cats, if you have a dog contained, we can come pick up the dog. Cats as well. I know cats can be a problem with neighbors if a cat goes into your yard and uses the bathroom and rips up things in their yard. So what you can do is get a trap, set it in your yard, have some food in there. Cat will go in, give us a call, and we'll try to figure out from there if somebody owns it or if it's a feral cat. So any dogs or any cats that are hit by cars or have any medical issues, that if it's not yours, give us a call. And we cover a lot of variety with that through neighborhood disputes and things like that that's going on in your neighborhood. With wildlife, it kind of depends on what's going on. So if it's a raccoon that's having neurological issues and it's in your backyard, or if it's in an area where there's a lot of people involved, like a park, sidewalk, an area in the city of Greeley, give us a call. There's a lot of neurological issues going on with raccoons. You can have bats as an issue, things like that. Typically for bats, open up doors, keep the room open so that the bat can fly out, and try to find out in your house where the problem is, so that you can cover that up for the future. Fledglings, we get a lot of calls for birds. A lot of bird calls, there's nothing we need to be doing about it because it's wildlife, so we won't let nature take its course. So if it's a bird that fell out of a nest or anything like that, they're learning how to fly. So you can feel free to give us a call, but a lot of times the nature will have to take care of itself. And the parents are still helping the fledgling out. So any calls that concern dogs or cats are primarily what we do. So this is our new animal control truck. We have 2 of them that cover the city. We also help out with traffic accidents and other things, so you'll see us with our lights going. And so let's go check it out. So inside we have 5 compartments. This one is the largest of the compartments. They're all climate controlled, so we know exactly what the temperature is. The temperature is mounted in the inside of the vehicle, and we can make it hotter or colder. So it's perfect in case we have to go somewhere and we still have something on board. So this one here has a divider in the front, so we can have large animals or carry a lot of animals, especially during the summer when we get a lot of calls, and pick them up. So a lot of the tools that we use for the city, if there's a snake call or anything like that, a lot of times if it's in your backyard, we only just move it a little bit away from your house. And like if you live in a green belt or anything like that where there's a lot of bull snakes, it's very rare to have a rattlesnake in the city of Greeley, but if that's the case, give us a call. So we have other tongs and things to grab them with. And we have our snake tongs. So keep us safe, keep the snake safe so we can pick it up and move it. And we also have large nets, other things that we can pick up animals with so that we're not endangered. And our best tools that we use are catch poles. So we have a large catch pole, and this is to help guide us, keep the snout of the dog away from us. And then that way we can be able to get this around its neck, and so that we can control it and then help it onto the vehicle. So as you can see, there's been a lot of dogs that have bit onto here, so it keeps us away from the dog and keeps us safe. So another great tool that we use is called a snappy. And this helps us for smaller dogs, chihuahuas, anything that's smaller that can be quickly caught with this. So we can loop it while it's running and we can catch it that way. It's a great tool to use to help move dogs around and then be able to snap them when we need to, and then we can lead them to the truck. So a lot of calls that we get are dogs at large. So the dogs that are running loose, it's from you guys giving us a call and letting us know that it's running in your neighborhood. It's really helpful to know the color of the dog or anything like that in case it runs home, so that way I can know it. I know breeds are hard for a lot of people to recognize right away. Just as long as we have a general idea, that helps us a lot. And then that way we can kind of help out the neighborhood in case it's a problem that's continuing or anything like that. So when there is a loose dog, it really helps us out if you guys don't run at the dog. That'll chase the dog away from the area if it's scared. If it's friendly and it comes to you and you're able to contain the dog, that's great, because that helps us a lot. Then we can come pick up the dog. If it's got collars or if we know where the dog lives, we can return it back home, and then it's better for the neighborhood also, so that's not running loose in the road or anything like that. So if we do get a dog and we don't know where it lives and we've looked through the area and the owner doesn't see our vehicle, which is a big old billboard, and they don't wave us down or anything like that, we have to take it to the shelter so that they can take care of the dog while we keep working. And so when I take the dog to the shelter, I give it food and water and a blanket, and so then it'll be ready for the owners to come to the shelter to come pick it up. So if you see a dog that you're not sure of, if it's a vicious dog, if it's growling or anything like that towards you, if you can stay away from the dog, that'd be great. If it does get contained in your backyard or in a safe area, that's even better for us. That way it's not running loose in the yard again. Obviously, we want you guys to stay safe as the public and to not get close to it and get bit yourself. So we do get a lot of bite calls. Almost every day somebody gets bit, either the owner of the dog or a neighbor or post office worker. Somebody gets bit almost once a day, or multiple times a day. So if there's a dog that is extra aggressive and it's biting just for the sake of it because it's more of a dangerous dog, it all depends on the situation of what has happened. People can press charges if it's against your dog, or you can press charges against somebody else's dog. That would be classified as a dangerous dog. And what happens with that is they would receive a summons to speak with the city attorney of what would need to happen next. If it's either classes that need to be done for obedience, or if it's a fence that just needs to be fixed. A lot of it is simple things that need to change in the area so that the dogs don't get loose, or if there's any factor that hasn't been addressed yet. So we do allow for tethering as well. I know there's a lot of areas where fences just aren't an option. Tethering in the city of Greeley, there's two ways. The first way is either the typical stake in the ground so that the dog can go 360 degrees around that stake. So that way it's not getting tied up on anything, and that way it's not being hindered by the tether itself. And you have to make sure that you provide it with shelter, because as you know, Colorado weather, it can change like that. We could get hail in a second, we could get high winds where the dog needs some kind of a shelter. And the shelter is 3 walls, a open space so that the dog can go inside, and a floor and a ceiling. So any kind of igloos are fine. Any kind of space where the dog can get out of the elements is what we need to have by the tethering, or if the dog is outside unattended. The other way we allow for tethering is what they call the trolley system. So if you have one point of a rope tied and then another point of the rope tied, and the line goes in between so that the dog can run back and forth, that way allows for the dog not to get tangled up in tighter spaces, and it can give the dog a chance to run better so that they're not inhibited by the stake in the ground in the middle. But those are the 2 ways that we allow for tethering. Obviously for larger dogs, a stake in the ground is not going to hold the dog. So the dog, a good way to do that is if you can do like a bucket, fill it with concrete, bury that in your yard type of thing, so that it's a good hold, or secure it to a space where it's going to hold onto the pole or something like that, but that way it won't get tangled up. I'll be en route to that animal complaint. So right now I was dispatched to an contained cat, so we're going to go to the house and pick up the cat, and if we can find out where it lives, take it to the house, otherwise take it to the shelter.
Greeley 383 dispatcher, you still on cruise?
All right, right now I'm on scene and we're gonna go pick up the cat. All right, I'll take care of that. Thank you. You just sign this right here, then do it. Perfect. So you picked this cat up before? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So picked up this cat here. It belongs to one of the neighbors. So it's real important to keep your cat on your yard, because cats will tear up your neighbor's yard. They'll go to the bathroom in their yard, and it's a nuisance. So keep your animals on your property. I know it's hard for cats. So mostly if you keep your cat inside, you'll be okay. But there are other ways of keeping them on your property. So I'm gonna go return this cat to the place that I believe it lives at, and go from there. Yeah, yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll get it back to you. Thanks for coming out to see what animal control does, and if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at that 970-350-9600 number, and we'll just talk to you about any problems that you have. And obviously right now with the weather getting colder out, make sure your animals that are outside have plenty of warmth, and that you got water available for them. So right now I got another call, so another day, another dog, so we'll see you guys later.